Hello, my name's Christian Swenson and I make videos here on YouTube about autism, autistic consciousness, and life on the spectrum. And look at this. Isn't this magnificent? Isn't this the most amazing thing you've ever seen? It's right by my house. Could you imagine it? I'll walk with you just a little bit. I have my dog here. Imagine, I'm gonna try and not fall down a cliff. Imagine living next to a mountain. Imagine knowing that you can see the tip of the mountain at your house just as well as the next house, just as well as the house down the street and the house across town, and maybe even the house in the next city or in the next state. It's the cool thing about mountains is that they show up in lots of different places, don't they? Mountains are, see, I'm pronouncing mountain like we do by the mountains. The cool thing about mountains is that you can see them from many, many points of view. Everybody can see the mountain. Like, for instance, can see the sun. Excuse me, I switched them. Just as everybody can see the sun. Well, the analogy works both ways, though. Mountains are waypoints. Mountains are things that give us orientation, that give us a point of view, that give us, in many ways, a location. And many people want to go towards the top of the mountain. But what do you find when you're there? Well, I'll show you. You find this. You see everywhere that's seeing you, and you see it clearly. You see not just the mountain, but everything the mountain sees. You see all the people looking up at what gives them their position. But now the question is, what's your position? What do you see? Well, to put it bluntly, you see rightly. You see all the relationships in their right relationship. You see everything in its context, and you see everything in its right place. My house is over there. There's a lot of people's houses. Many people don't know what their house looks like from above. That's kind of the appeal of, like Google Maps, isn't it? Is that we can see what we look like from the perspective of, that, or that, as the case may be. But there's an analogy here, isn't there? The analogy is that we have mountains that we can ascend in our minds. I mentioned in a previous video about to ask the question, what would you think and what would you feel if you saw yourself on the street as if you were just another stranger? It's like when you look at yourself in a mirror and you don't know it's a mirror yet. Like, who's that guy? Well, what happens when you see yourself as that guy? You see this. You see yourself in the relationships that you're embedded in. And you see yourself rightly in many ways. Now, it can be a shock, like I said. It can maybe be uncomfortable, but it can often be just as comfortable. What we're doing when we have this point of view is we learn the essential from the inessential. We learn to see what's rightly related and what's not rightly related. We see ourselves as others see us. And maybe we can even step beyond that and see ourselves as like a multi-sided figure, the way many people see us. And then maybe we see ourselves the way the world sees us. And we see ourselves not just from our own eyes, but from the world's eyes. And from your eyes, and from your eyes, and from all of the eyes. And then that's security. That's a mountain. That's on the top of the mountain. And guess what? It's nice up here. The air is clean. The snow is pristine. And the snow is pristine and the air is clean on the mountains, and you can see yourself the way you really are. I don't know if this makes any sense, but I thought that this point of view was too beautiful not to share. Take comfort. Be kind to yourself. And I'll talk to you later.